1.41% APY with a $10,000 minimum. Federally insured by the NCUA, a government agency. These rates effective through September 15th. Subject to change at any time. Visit one of Florida Credit Union's convenient locations today or their website, flcu.org, or call 352-237-8222. Don't miss this 25-month CD special. Again, the APY is 1.41%. Act now.
WWOCA,
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
All right, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock, and it is Labor Day, 5th day of September, 74 degrees, and Galen Unold is on the phone up in Atlanta, still at DragonCon, the last day. You come home today, right?
Yeah, I sure do. Yep.
Wow, that's a big job every year. It's once a year. Is there anything else in the course of the year that takes this long to do?
No. Not from the just sheer size and scope. No, this is the biggest blood drive LifeSouth has.
Are the phlebotomists part of a union?
No. So, yeah, we right to work.
Have they ever striked or struck? What do you call it? What's the past tense? Struck?
Struck.
Have they ever struck?
No. I mean, we really, the Red Cross has some union members. Some of their phlebotomists are union members, but we treat. I think we treat them fairly. You could ask them. I mean, the job is what it is. The donor services, though. Donor service is the hardest job in the organization by far. It just is.
What you just said. If every employer had been fair to every employee, then there would never have been a need for unions.
I believe that to be true.
Yeah.
I've never been a part of a union, so I don't know everything that a union does. But I know we go to great strides to make sure that we really take care of our donor service staff and really look out what they need. But I mean, the job is what the job is. They have to go to a different location every day. They stand on a bus, for 8 to 10 hours a day, and that's not for everyone.
Yeah, right.
That's not an easy job at all.
No.
It really isn't. And I have the utmost respect for the people that do it.
No, and I mean, they literally have their own health also at stake because you never know. Blood could be contaminated with something. You never know, right? So
yeah, and again, that's why we take so many precautions, and that's why we're the most regulated industry in the United States.
So speaking of labor, is today as laborious for you unpacking or taking things down as it was setting it up, or is that already done?
Yeah, no. We have a blood drive today from 9 to 3, and then we tear down. Today is the hardest day because we start so early. And you have to, we'll draw somewhere about 400-ish donors, and then we tear down. Today, because everybody's just bone tired. So even though the staff that's working today had yesterday off, it's just a really, really long day.
So
I mean, we started at 6:45.
So why does DragonCon have a Monday in their schedule? Why don't they wrap it up on Sunday?
Because it's Labor Day and they can't.
Oh, I see.
And a lot of people, there were sessions late last night, and then there are early morning sessions. So DragonCon is kind of over, but with everybody traveling, they'll spend tonight, and then they'll go back home today. You got to remember, people come from all over the world to go to DragonCon, all over the country to go from DragonCon. Yesterday, I was talking to a group, and I was just like to ask, hey, where are you from? I had one person from Kentucky, one from Oklahoma, and one from Canada. Nice. And then the Canada conversation went a little crazy. I asked a simple question. I thought it was fair. And he laughed hysterically. I said, Did you drive here?
Oh, no.
He said, no, I flew. And I said, oh, that's good. And he laughed. I said, And then he said, "Why?" I said, "Well, I know the kilometers versus miles per hour can really mess you guys up."
Did you take a selfie
And
with
his
him?
response, but his response to class, he goes, "It's those people from Quebec," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so it was pretty funny.
So
It was pretty funny.
in his world, it's not the whole country; it's just one province.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
you guys bonded
He was
then.
That's
Both
funny.
were-
Yeah, he was from Toronto. He was a nice guy.
In other words, if they speak English, they know how to drive.
Yeah.
If they speak French, forget it. They don't have a clue.
That's right. That's right. It was a great. I'm enjoying it. I'm really tired, really ready to go home. But and we talk about it as you go along. Wednesday is it's a taxing day because it's so much energy is exerted, moving everything in. Thursday is exhausting because you're tired from Wednesday, and it's the start. And for me, it's my busiest day. Friday is more of a recovery from Thursday. Saturday was the parade. It was a good parade. Weather was perfect. And then Sunday is let me breathe. And then today is, let's just get through it and move out. We'll be done today about 8 o'clock. So
How much of the day are you on your feet?
So probably 85-90% of the day. And we get to it's,
That's horrible.
I mean, it is what it is. You wear comfortable shoes, and I walked, on my phone. I didn't know I had this, but apparently it beeps at me. On Saturday, I walked almost 7 miles, and then every day I walked at least 4.5. So, but that's just part of it. That's just part of DragonCon. You kind of prepare yourself mentally for it,
and
then you never realize how much it hurts. Though it's a painful day.
On a normal day,
week.
when you're home here, how many miles do you walk a day?
Oof, probably less than 2, I would think.
Wow.
Maybe. I mean, I just don't. I'm sitting at a desk at work,
Yeah.
so I'll go home and work out. But I don't really. I didn't do any of that. So.
Wow. Dan is calling in at 9 after 9 this morning, and he is up in the mountains. And we went to the website of the place he's at. You're not going to believe this place. You got to ask him you got to have him hook you up with this place. It's called Mountain RX, Mountain Prescription, I guess, on Eagle's Nest Mountain. It's this big house at 4,700 feet. I guess that would be altitude, right? The
In
altitude.
Waynesville, North Carolina.
Yeah. Listen to this. Every bedroom, all 5 bedrooms have private in-room baths.
Well, I would think that would be good.
It's like a fireplace and.
Is that a big deal?
Oh.
I don't think I want to go someplace where I'm sharing a bathroom with 3 other dudes.
Anyway, you got to go to this.
Got a hot tub.
It just looks really nice.
They got a grill there, Galen.
Good. No mayonnaise.
Well, they have a sandwich maker. Now, I don't need a device to make a sandwich. I don't know what a sandwich maker does.
Is that the heating thing?
That just presses it. Just presses it.
I call that a frying pan. A frying pan and a spatula. That does it for me.
Good morning.
We have a guest coming on at 9:35. He is John Goodwin. He's with Galaxy Press, and he's with the Science Fiction Writers of America, and he's up there at DragonCon right now. He's calling in from there.
Yep.
Oh, great.
We
Tell
should-
him to give blood and come get a Robert Heinlein special pin.
Oh, really? Robert Heinlein.
What is
let me
that?
write that down. He's the guy who started it, right?
Yeah, Robert Heinlein is like the godfather or the father of science fiction.
All right.
Yeah.
Robert
Oh,
Heinlein. Special
gosh.
pin. All right, I'm going to tell him. He's probably not that far from you. I would imagine he's not
Probably isn't.
Right?
Not if he's at DragonCon.
He's part of the, Science Fiction Writers of America, and also, he does the Hollywood Christmas Parade. He always calls him about that at the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a nice
He's
guy.
he's from L.A., from the L.A. area, but he does those movies, those science fiction movies.
Yeah.
So.
He's a good guy.
Anyway, so today it's tear down. So 3 o'clock is when the work starts. Is it easier or harder to tear it down? I know it's more work, you said, but for me, it's always easier to tear it down.
Easier. It is and it isn't. It's just different. it's not as much stuff, so I'd have to say it's easier, but you're just bone tired. So yeah, I'd say it's easier.
Are you out of touch with the rest of the world right now?
Yeah, I have no clue as to what's going on for.
So the guy that you yelled at because he did a bad thing with the packing of the water bottles and the forklift and stuff, he's okay now, right?
You didn't get fired.
I haven't seen him. Seen him. So yeah. I mean, I haven't been at the donor center, so he's at the donor center. I haven't seen him.
I wonder if he's going to use the forklift on the way out.
All right, I have here the sports things for the holiday. It doesn't look like a whole lot of them, but I'll tell you what they are. There's a whole 1, 2, 3, only 4 of them, I guess. 4 talking points. Lots of baseball, though, and I guess baseball has subcategories. So we'll do that on the other side of the break. How's the blood supply right now? What do we need to know?
We're okay. The storm, it impacted us for that one day, and then they shut down schools on Friday, and it was a gorgeous day, so we actually did it pretty good. But we're right now we have just right out of 4.5 day blood supply. So just get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood.
Yeah, and we received an email from Tom Davis, really encouraging people to get out and donate blood, especially on Friday since the schools were closed, and to take time out of the weekend.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So the power outage up in the Tallahassee area, that's like 300,000 people.
Right.
I don't know if they're still out of power, but I know they were. And Robin saw a caravan of electric trucks heading that way.
Yep, there were 3 separate companies
to help out. So are anything with blood supplies in that area because of the electricity?
Again, I haven't heard. Again, I've been in a little bit of a bubble, but this is one blood area. So I do not know. I know one blood services that area.
Oh, okay. If you have ever given blood because of Galen's comments in the morning, then thank
you,
Galen, for doing that, and
yes.
He thanks you for doing that, and thank Palm Garden and Penn Flooring for that also, because we couldn't do this without them. They are the sponsors of this radio time, and so we appreciate that greatly, and you can benefit from their products and services simply by going over there and seeing what they have, and take a mental note if you go to Palm Garden, because one day somebody will need what they offer. Palm Garden of Ocala is health and rehabilitative services, and they have long-term skilled nursing care. They have respite. They have rehabilitation and all kinds of 21st century devices to help you recover from whatever thing you need to rehabilitate from. And go check it out for yourself at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. I'm sure they'll love to give you a tour, and give them a call at 854-6262. Their website is palmgardenofocala.com. And Penn Flooring. Remodel your home from the floor up. They've got carpeting and wood flooring and vinyl and tile and everything you could imagine to go on your floor. We use Penn Flooring's products right here in WOCA, and they put it down for us. They'll do the same for you. Go visit them at their showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street. The landmark is the McKay Williams Bridge. They're on the other side of that. If you're traveling from Pine Avenue, which is just a few blocks away, go to pennflooring.com to find out more about Penn Flooring. So thank you, Penn Flooring and Palm Garden. And we'll be right back with Galen, and I've got some of the sports for fans this holiday day. If you want to just sit and watch your TV, Galen won't be able to. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Labor Day, clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm or 2 in the area, the high 84 to 88. It'll end up mainly clear Monday night with a low of 66 in the coolest inland spots, 74 on the coast. For Tuesday, times of sun and clouds, high 86 to 90. For Wednesday, sunshine mixing with clouds, a thunderstorm in parts of the area, the high 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Palm Garden of Ocala leads in the area of orthopedic care with proven outcomes. Planning to have a new hip or knee joint due to arthritis or as the result of a fall? Palm Garden may be the answer. Guests appreciate the services of highly trained therapists and state-of-the-art equipment. And if you pre-register, you can secure a private room at no extra charge by mentioning this ad. Palm Garden makes no bones about it. They provide the best in orthopedic care. Call 854-6262. That's 854-6262.
Hey, I'm Gary.
And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
WWWOCA, WWWOCA.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA.
All right, 20 minutes after 8 o'clock. Nice looking day out there. First real nice looking day we've had in a long time. It's been raining every day. Galen, it rained on Friday. I know it was nice most of the day, but when it came time for the first Friday art walk, I mean, it was really pouring. There was no way we could do that. So
no,
we went.
Yeah.
And we waited, and then there was just no way out. Do you know that new garage downtown, by the way? It looks kind of nice. They made it look like shops.
Mm-hmm. With the paint job.
Have you seen it yet or no?
Yeah, I saw the garage. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
good.
I mean, the design on the outside is what I'm referring to. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like a garage. I mean, at first glance, it looks like a bunch of shops, but it's not.
Yeah, they did a good job on the paint job.
All right, so let's see. Galen is up in Atlanta, and he's tired, and he's ready to go home, and he's in a bubble, and he hasn't paid attention to the news. So
nope.
Today, Labor Day brings lots of sports action for those who are sports fans. The finale of college football's grand opening weekend when number 12 Ole Miss squares off with number 4 Florida State in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping I can catch some of this game tonight. So I did watch, the pieces of the Alabama game on whatever day that was, and then last night was Notre Dame, Texas. That was a fun game because I got to watch it when it was in overtime. Finally got back to the room, and they were just, I think, of the second overtime. So
when do you drive home, tomorrow or today?
Today.
Oh, you actually drive home today?
Yeah.
So if you catch this game, it'll be on your own home TV.
Hopefully.
That'll be nice.
Oh man, yeah. If I was you, I'd put my feet up and then fall asleep, and I wouldn't see one piece of it.
It's Florida State, and it's a good game. Ole Miss. That'll be a fun game to watch.
Mm-hmm.
This one you probably won't watch, but another sporting event. The year's final Grand Slam tennis tournament continues with action at the U.S. Open in New York.
You know, I used to love tennis. I used to watch the heck out of some tennis, but I'll watch it once they get into the semifinals and the finals. Is Serena and Venus still in it? I don't care about the men's side at all anymore. It's crazy.
Oh, really? I don't know.
So I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Where were we?
Know if they're still playing?
No, we were in McDonald's. We were watching them on TV.
Yeah, right.
I don't
and
know
the court was a different color. It was blue, I think.
It's always blue.
Oh,
always blue at the U.S. Open.
Is it grass or asphalt or what kind of turf is it?
It's called a hard court. It's a hard.
Okay.
The PGA's FedEx Cup playoffs will become a bit clearer when the second event of the playoff, the Deutsche Bank Championship, wraps up at TPC Boston. Are you following that one?
Yeah, that's a beautiful course. No, not at all. I mean, that will be over. I don't even know who's in the hunt. I have no idea. So
Have you played there? On
no,
that golf course?
no.
Do you know?
TPC Boston.
Alex invited me to go to New York with him,
Yep.
and so I'm going.
Yes.
It'll be October 3rd through the 8th, I think, something like that. He's going to see a band playing in Radio City Music Hall called Sigur Rós, which is a band from Iceland. So I've been educating myself about this group, so I know them.
I love them.
I really.
So you're doing your prep work before an event. There.
Yes.
See?
Well, I've done this before. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, but keep in mind the event we're going to is one night. It's Wednesday, and so I was thinking regarding sports and places. When Alex was little, and I know you know this story, he ran the baseline at Shea Stadium, and I read or something or saw video or something online that the new stadium, what do they call City Field?
City
Is that
Field.
what they call it? The parking lot is where Shea Stadium used to be, and they actually have the bases like permanently marked. Have you heard this? Did I tell you this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I don't know if he's going to want to go there. I mean,
Oh, that would be fun.
I think it'd be fun. But I
You're
don't.
going to be there.
I think it's a
5
bigger
days.
deal for you than it is for Alex.
Really?
But yeah. He
And
may
he's-
want to go there for you.
He's
going to want to go.
Let's go to the baseline again. The one I got yelled at for
Do you
putting.
think he remembers? Do you think he remembers it?
Oh yes, I'm sure he does. Yeah. Yeah.
You're sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I can't believe
Is
he
it a
would-
bigger memory though for you or for him?
That's a question. I don't know.
He remembered you got yelled at.
I remember I got yelled at. Yeah.
Put your knee on a blade of grass.
I had a Polaroid camera. It was horrible.
It was great pictures. You
Couldn't
had them.
zoom in on anything, but yeah, I mean, just to see that these are the same bases that was forbidden. You couldn't touch anything here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it'd be cool.
It's not really the bases; it's just a concrete outline. I mean, they're paint on concrete. So
It's paint. I thought they put some kind of a plate
Markers. Yeah.
okay, it's probably. I'm sure it's concrete.
there. So I
not the
wonder.
real base.
I wonder though what the rules are because, okay, let me just tell you something. It used to be when I was younger that in order to avoid parking headaches in New York, you would park at Yankee Stadium. Mm-hmm. And then they made it against the law. You couldn't park there anymore. Mm-hmm. So we used to usually a lot of people did just park in Yankee Stadium and then take a train and go in the rest of the way.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But so now I'm wondering if you can just drive into the parking lot of Citi Field without having to, having a ticket for the game.
Yeah. Good question.
I'm sure it'll cost you. Hey, there is no such thing as free parking anymore at any stadium.
Yeah. So I'm just coming here to see the bases from Shea Stadium. Mm-hmm. Can I just give me just to see the base? Well, anyway, so today's the last thing on the list is a full slate of Major League Baseball action. I guess you take your pick. What's the game to watch in your opinion?
Well, I mean, you've got the of course, it's the Red Sox playing the Padres at 4:05. That I'm aware of because I noticed that they're going to be able to play, and I'll be able to listen to it, and it'll be after the drive, and it'll be fine. So, yeah.
Do you get on the radio up there? Do you pitch blood donations when you're there?
I do. I mean, I do a lot of different media while I'm up here. There's a lot of blogs. And I did a podcast. That's not radio, but it's kind of similar. But I did one or two podcasts. So what they do, DragonCon's kind of cool. They bring anybody who's a first-time media guest, and they bring them through and do a tour. And invariably, I'll do a couple of interviews out of that. So I think I did 2 podcasts, a couple of blogs, a couple of newspapers. So.
Well, what were the other radio hosts like? Did they ask you questions the way we do?
Some of them are just bizarre. They're.
I guess we're pretty tame.
You're very normal compared to them, and I mean that in the fondest way, Larry. It's all related to whatever their niche is. Podcasts are very nichey, and so it's all. There's one guy who was into furries. You know what furries are?
No.
Okay, so furries are people who like to dress up as a character, like our Bo. Like Bo would be to them a furry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. So Okay, so if anybody's seen that, it's like if somebody's in a panda suit, that would be a furry. And so they do different things in a costume, and they're called furries.
Okay.
And so one of the podcasts were furries.
Change my approach with
And
Galen.
he wanted to ask if furries were able to donate blood, and it was and I said, well, of course they can take out the costume because furries don't get out of costume. I remember on the podcast I said, well, then there may be a problem. I said, we and he goes, oh, you mean you can't put the needle through the fur? I said, no, we cannot. And he said, well, I don't understand why. I said, well, don't you want us to see where we're going with that needle? With that big 12-gauge needle? Goes, oh, I guess that makes sense. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
can you take out? He's like, well, could we take out part of it? I'm like, sure, we'll accommodate you. It's DragonCon. It was interesting.
There you go. That's fun. That was fun. All
And
right.
if you really want to go down a rabbit hole, just Google furries and.
All right.
Good luck.
Hey, Galen, be careful coming home today. We'll the Bloodmobile's got to be out there somewhere. Do you know where it is?
Yeah, actually I do. We're on top of the world.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
Well, be careful
Go
coming
there.
home, and thank you for all you do, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Maybe.
all right, y'all be good.
If you're not falling asleep.
Bye, y'all.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Obama and Russia's President Putin meeting at the G20 summit in China, failing to work out a ceasefire plan for Syria.
The best a White House official could say was the leaders clarified their positions. Negotiators will now try to narrow the differences. Meanwhile, nations wrapping up the G20 summit. China said the world economy is picking up, but it needs more trade, not protectionism.
Fox Radio's Alistair Wanklin in Hangzhou, China. Hermine, no longer a hurricane, but still with 70-mile-per-hour winds off the east coast, slowly moving north.
Coastline, generally Long Island and southeastern New England. Most likely during the day on Tuesday, and then after that it should start to pull away from the coastline.
The National Hurricane Center's Joe Cangelosi. Tropical storm Newton, meanwhile, is forming off Mexico's Pacific coast. 2 people in New York City fatally shot during a carnival before the West Indian Day Parade. Police trying to determine if the shootings are related. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Yeah, it's me, your heart. Listen to me. We've got to talk. High blood pressure is serious, and yours? Whoa. What happened to us? We used to be so much more active, but lately you've been ignoring me. I know you think I'm just gonna keep ticking away forever, but you're wrong. You can do so much more to control your high blood pressure. Doing the minimum isn't doing enough. I'm under a lot of pressure and can quit whenever I want. Bet you didn't know that. But I like my job. Just treat me better. Check on me. Give me something green to nibble on every once in a while. And maybe we can do some exercise on occasion. Let's get to it. After all, we're in this together.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
RL here to tell you how to deal with this heat wave. Get on down to Dairy Queen at Silver Springs. They have a blizzard waiting for you to cool off with. What a great treat in many different flavors. Or get one of our juicy char-grilled burgers with the #1 rated milkshake in America. So come on down to Dairy Queen at Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Your super minty toothpaste could be keeping you awake. Mint stimulates our alertness and energy, so consider brushing with something like baking soda. If your new date goes out of their way to show respect to you, yet argues with every receptionist and valet and restaurant server, that's a red flag for what's going to happen later with you. If you want to improve your cognitive function, take a walk in nature.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law, criminal law, contracts, and much more. So this is your chance to call in with your legal questions and have them answered. That's every Friday, 10:30, right here, WOCA The Source.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
Hi, I'm Fran Darkington. When I need news, I pass the rest and tune to the source. WOCA.
Ocala's information station, 1370 W.